Hello everyone and welcome to the 2019 setup video, the long-awaited sequel to my 2018 setup video that I made last year. At the time this is going to go up, this is being recorded, or this part of the video at least, is being recorded on New Year's Eve, by the way, December 31st, 2018. And I just want to say thank you to every single one of you who's been watching my videos, subscribing to me over the years. Only got 3 more videos to go until Gran Turismo 2 is finally done, at the time at least. By the time you see this, they'll probably already be up, maybe, but anyway. It's showing off stuff, setup stuff, room stuff, because I felt obliged to make this because quite a lot has changed in my room over the past few years, and also a lot has changed in the spare room as well, but we'll get to that a bit later. But same with last video. We're going to start in the place where we start pretty much every other day, I'd say, my bed. So before I go about repeating myself, let's start from these. Oh, actually, wait, before I, this part here, Ramos Deluxe, if you're watching, that is the album right there that I bought with the Amazon code that you gave me. It's very nice. It's a very nice gift for you to give me, Ramos. Thanks. Have a great Christmas, great New Year. Great everything. This of course applies to everyone else, but you know, Ramos in particular, since he's a very good friend of mine here on the YouTube. Anyway, not long after, I should do a bit of explaining right now, not long after I posted that last update video, or not fucking update, no, setup video, not long after I posted that last year, I got into collecting a lot of things, one of them being Prodigy vinyls. This is just a selection of them that I have displayed on my wall right now. For those of you familiar, these are all the Experience singles up here. Then we've got What Evil Lurks, Experience, Music for the Jilted Generation, my favourite album of all time, The Fat of the Land, and then of course there's their Lawless singles. Again, it wouldn't have been possible to get this one without Ramos' help. So anyway, let's move on down here. Again, I got this for Christmas. It's a very good Formula 1 book, actually. It's based off pictures that... I'll see if I can find a picture for you here. Here we go. This is of Shanghai. This was taken with Google Earth, and it's pretty accurate. I recommend getting this if you're into F1 like I am. There's the title there, if you want to go have a look for it. I'm not sure if I showed this off. I can't remember actually when I got this. This is a Gran Turismo 4 press kit that I can't remember if I got last year or this year. I'm pretty sure it was this year, but it cost a fair bit to get it. The covers and camera might not be able to pick this up, but it's in not as good a condition as I would like, at least not on the cover anyway. And I also bought it from eBay, or from France actually, so this all press certification stuff is all in French, but everything else is in pretty good nick though. Both the discs are fine. Passport things there, race calendars there. It's a really good heavy. I should mention that before. It's a pretty weighty box, I should say, but I suppose it's to be expected. I got a lamp that charges shit as well. That's good. Also got more magazines that have more models that we'll show off in a bit. It's just more Christmas stuff. Also, we got this for Christmas as well. It's a F1 circuit map for all the circuits of 2019. It's pretty neat. I'll probably find some place to hang it eventually. Now, this big glass case here is where all my diecasts go, because I got into diecast collecting not long after, as previously stated. I posted my last one. These are my favorite ones up here at the moment. Oh, actually, wait, no, I should. What am I saying? Oh, cutting myself off here. This is the first one I got. This was on special for $300 at a local Hobby City store that's not far from where I live, which it might sound like a lot, but this would usually go for around, or stores around here anyway, they go for like $400 to $500. It's worth noting that I really like Martini liveries, and this was love at first sight, I have to say. I'll see if I can focus a bit more. Camera's refusing to cooperate. There we go, that should be enough. It's a Lancia Delta S4. There's a Ford RS200, Audi Quattro, Peugeot 205 T16 Evo 2 here. There's a Rothmans livery of an MG Metro 6R4. I need to get a computer vision livery one at some stage. And I can't remember the full name for this one, but this is a Citroen 4TC, and I believe it's a rear-wheel drive Group B car. So yeah, I've got the entire Group B collection on display here. God, words, come to me. This is my favorite. This is, I believe this is the 1997 model of the 22B Subaru Impreza. It's as driven, as you can see, by Colin McRae at Monte Carlo. Beside that, we have the Subaru Impreza 1994 model, as driven by Colin McRae once again in the Rothmans Rally of New Zealand, complete with the glorious 555 logos. That took me a while to track down, but it was worth it in the end. Also, I got this poster ages ago, but let's not worry about that. What we should be worrying about is this. Alright, it's on the ground now. This is I suppose you can probably see what it is. It's a Lego Ferrari F1 2002 model, I believe. It's either 2002 or 2003, I can't remember, but it's a very old set that I really like. The only thing that didn't come with it though was the original stickers, which had faded away long ago and they just weren't nice. So I got a replacement sticker sheet and it looks good as new. It's a very, very nice model. It's good to have on display as well. I like it a lot. It also came with the original box as well, which it's quite rare to come with sets this age, but yeah, that's all I have to say on that front. I'm very proud of this. It took me only an afternoon to put together, which I'm surprised. I was expecting it to take a lot longer than it usually did, but I will put this back in the case and we will continue. Alright, it's back in the case and the doors are shut. I do plan to buy more diecasts in the future. I have very, very, very ambitious plans for all my diecast stuff here. I plan to get all the Subarus and eventually all the Lancia Delta HF Integrales, which is what's going to be displayed on this top shelf here, which if you're watching this at the end of 2019 might have already been the case, but yeah, again, can't predict the future. But anyway, moving on to this here. Also, not long after I posted the last setup video, I got into big box PC game collecting. So I don't know if any of you are familiar with the channel Lazy Game Reviews, or LGR for short. He does a lot of big box PC game reviews, or he used to anyway. Yeah, he inspired me to get all this, basically. Some of these were not easy to track down, particularly Serious Sam II Encounter here. I only got a copy of this last week. I think it was last week, actually. It's just a matter of just waiting for the stuff you want to pop up on eBay and just pouncing on it while the I don't know what I'm saying. While the opportunity is there. If I don't twist my own tongue and my own thoughts. Not all of these, but most of these games up here, particularly on this top shelf here, you should be seeing playthroughs of at some point on the channel. I know I've already played through this one. This is Network Q RAC Rally. But the sequel, Network Q RAC Rally Championship, I'm looking forward to that one, and even more so to International Rally Championship. That's going to be a good one. Need for Speed SE, that's pretty sure I've already done that. What am I saying? It's coming. This is going to be the next mini playthrough. This is the big reveal for those of you who watch this far. And it's not over yet. We've still got way longer to go. But yeah. I've got the regular Need for Speed and Need for Speed SE here. I've also got Need for Speed 2, which is really good. Both these Hot Wheels stunt track driver games all come with the original car that came with it, which is surprising actually. I didn't expect many of them to be available on eBay. I've also got Colin McRae Rally 2.0 here, and also one big box release I should say, that I find really hard to find nowadays. There. Rally Trophy. It's a very nice box. It's a shame there aren't more of those available on eBay at the moment, but I found that ages ago. That's also going to be a playthrough game. It's a game I'm going to play through. that one is coming. That one is coming in the near future. Colin McRae Rally. It's one of the first game I ever actually remember playing, to be honest. Bit of trivia for you. I believe these are both the Commodore 64 versions of both Test Drive 1 and Test Drive 2 Dual, which may be coming in the future, I don't know. I have my doubts about recording the second game because I didn't exactly have fun recording the first one when I did a playthrough of it. It was quite frustrating, actually. Anyway, one of, if not the first open world driving game. This is Spectrum Holobyte's Vet. It's a very nice box, anyway. Now, I won't bother showing all these off because it'll just take too long, but one thing I should note is that, now I don't know if I'll do it, but in the future I want to maybe like make a short mini-series just like taking apart, well, not taking apart, well opening up all the boxes, just analyzing what's inside them, just maybe doing a bit of an ASMR type thing, I don't know, but I know, just associating my voice with ASMR in the same sentence just doesn't sound right to me, but I don't know, some people might like it, and actually I wouldn't mind showing all these off anyway, because, you know, it's what you do when you collect, you want to show it off, and that's what I'm doing. So, yeah, we'll skip past all this, you probably don't want to see this anyway. Last video I showed off, I had a lot less models than what are here now. This is over the course of the year, I've gotten a lot more models, a lot more magazines, obviously, as I stated before. They're pretty nice models. They're, hang on, let me get a good angle on this. I've sorted them all. I've taken the liberty of sorting them all from oldest to newest, coming up to 2014 here. I'm starting to get pretty tired actually from talking this long, but yeah, 55, 63, 1970, 72, 73 I think. Then it will just keep going up and up and up and up. I'll see if I can do some sort of cinematic pan shot over all them, just so you all can get a good look at what these all are. Really nice models. It's very, oh, no, it's too reflective. Damn plastic casings. It's hard to fit all these on top of each other while not like wedging, just wedging them in, because they actually don't fit on top of each other that well. I'm thirsty. This is my album shelf. Once again, I've got all the albums, including the latest one that came out on the 3rd of November 2018. No Tourists. I like it actually, it's pretty good. It's got a couple of tracks on there that I really like, but the whole album is just, it's pretty good, is all I have to say about it. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, I can't describe it, just go ahead and listen to it yourself, see what you like of it. But I pre-ordered the album ages ago, and I got a few goodies to go with it. I got a t-shirt for it, which I probably should have worn to show off, but I got the album on cassette as well, and I also got a die-cast bus, which is pretty neat. The cassette was worth noting in particular, because I didn't think people still made cassettes until I saw it being described on their, advertised I should say, on their website, but pretty nice, neat little knick-knack, if I do say so myself. How many times am I going to say that, this fucking video? But anyway, that's besides the point. These are all really dusty. They all need to be dusted. I'll probably do that after I'm done with this, but anyway, that's really all I have to say on that front. The One Love single and the No Good single are buried under all those, just in case you haven't seen them already. Moving on, down below we've got Hot Wheels stuff. I took the liberty of buying the rest of the Gran Turismo, or not the rest, one of the Gran Turismo series of Hot Wheels cars ages ago, and I still haven't bought the new set that's new. Yeah. My NASCAR diecast has been put away in its box since the last video and hasn't come out since. It's not really, I could put it on my shelf, but would look kind of out of place, I would have thought. There's just some more miscellaneous compilation albums of the Prodigy, which I don't have room to display on my desk. My shelf, I should say. Bionicles. I really liked Bionicles as a kid. I recently obtained all of the, I think, Bow-Rock they're called. It was part of the first line of Bionicles back in 2001, I should say. And I was at a hobby fair a few months ago, and I managed to find, there was someone there that was selling loads of Bionicles, and I already had a few of these, but I didn't have all of them. So I bought my remaining ones, and I have them now displayed all on my shelf. Oh, there's also some other Lego stuff here. There's an Audi R8 and a Ford Fiesta, I believe, that I've taken the liberties of tricking out myself, as you can see, although tricked out can be questionable at best, but anyway. Oh, that toy fair is also where I got this copy of Screamer as well. It's funny, I've seen plenty of boxed copies of Screamer 2 on eBay, but none of the first game. Makes me think whether this was a rare item. I paid $30 for this. I'm pretty sure I got a pretty good deal on that, I don't know. Do your own searching, because I won't. Lego books. More knickknacks that I've obtained from my various holidays around New Zealand. And also this, I got given this as part of a Christmas present. These are the $1 and $2 bills from the Reserve Bank of New Zealand currency. Obviously they're not in circulation anymore, but yeah, that's that. Also, this is my iron Galahorn here. I'll give a quick demonstration. Let me just swap hands. Oh god. Don't mind that. Batteries still work. Oh, hang on. Or do they? Yeah, they do. For those of you who played Destiny before, you'll know what this is. But, got this when I pre-ordered Destiny 2. I pre-ordered one of the bigger editions that came with this, so it was like $500. I kind of regret buying it, but anyway, it's a pretty cool thing to have in my room nonetheless. If you hold it down slightly, and if you pull it, I don't know. I wouldn't stop doing that for the whole first week I got this. It's pretty fun to use, at least for a time anyway, and I can't put that back in because those plates are in the way, but yeah. I did say something about my vinyl. I should probably show you. I got these out just for this video. Just move all this shit out of the way. These are all the vinyls that I can't display in my frames I got here because they're too thick. Yeah, as you can see. This is Always Outnumbered, Never Outgunned. It's still in its shrink wrap, which is which is why I kind of want to not do anything with it at the moment, because it's a very valuable thing to have, especially because this right here is a sticker. It's a pink Prodigy sticker, which increases the value as far as I'm aware. Also got this. This is also pretty rare as far as I'm concerned. I really like this single. It's got a very nice cover for it. I need to get the other singles that came off of this album, because it came off Always Outnumbered, Never Outgunned, which is a pretty good album, I would say, but then again, I like everything to do with Prodigy, so don't take my word for it. Listen to it yourself, form your own opinions. This is, well, I should say, when I pre-ordered No Tourists, I got the store-exclusive gatefold cover vinyl, and then I got the regular, like, vinyl you can buy in any old store. Still haven't opened these. I haven't actually opened the, my CD album of it yet, because I don't have a stereo to play it in. Surprise, surprise. Except that actually is a surprise. I know I'm sounding sarcastic here, but that is the truth. I don't have a stereo to play it in, because it broke ages ago. And that is it. That is what my room looks like at the end of 2018. As of the end of 2018, I should say. It's probably already changed by the time you're watching this, but it's as much as up to date as I can muster, because I don't make these every month. This is a yearly thing. And even then, I'm not too sure whether it will continue to be a yearly thing, because I only wanted to make this because a significant amount of it has changed, and I felt obliged to make this and keep my subscribers informed about my living situation, since I know that you're all very, very interested in that, obviously, but, yeah, That's kind of why you collect stuff, to show them off, as I said earlier. I'm repeating myself, I need to stop myself. Let's move to the spare room, shall we? And rewind to whenever I recorded this in the past, because I'm recording the stuff in my room after this, because it's when I could be fucked to do it. Anyways, this, as you can probably see, is where all the gaming happens, all my stuff happens, all the gaming happens, whatever you want to call it. This is where it happens indeed. And, for those of you who watched my last setup video, you'll know that quite a bit has changed, but I suppose that goes without saying. The dual monitor setup is, it's not quite really real, because if I hook this up to that, it's really shitty res, and also I can't control anything on this screen, but that doesn't matter. Anyway, this TV, this used to be right here, but I use it for mainly my PS4 stuff now, since quite handy having a monitor hooked up to a separate console there. I'll get into all these in a sec, but yeah, store my spare copies of GT3 down there. Got a new mouse pad. Got a nice RGB mouse. Just for the record, only reason I got this mouse was because it was at Armageddon and it was cheap, and also I wanted a mouse that has these like side buttons on it. So yeah, same shitty Logitech keyboard that came with my computer. Speaking of which, my computer, not long after I posted my last update video, actually, I went out and bought a PC. Full-on proper gaming PC that cost me about $3,000 to have it built or so, because I can't build PCs for shit, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so I just shilled out the cash and paid someone to build it for me. I know, large inspiration to humanity. God. Anyway, HD60S Elgato variety to be exact, resting on a spare copy of GT2. Splitter there, that's where PS3 goes through. This is my computer. I just got off playing Euro Truck Simulator 2 when I got a burst of inspiration to record this. But also 162 hours. It's really fun. Anyway, oh god, I'm thirsty. Let's start from the bottom, shall we? This is, these are chords. Don't pay mind to them. This is the pit of controllers, one of which, as you can see, is a Sega Saturn 3D controller. If I don't think my camera will be, I burped. Pardon me. Yeah, pit of controllers. It's where all the broken controllers go. Some of them work, some of them don't. I don't know. I haven't checked. Not important. Up here is my 60 gig, I believe. It's either 60 or 40 gig, whichever variety can handle PS2 games. I bought it ages ago to test whether I could record PS2 stuff off it. I can, but in not as good a quality as what this thing can put out, and I'll get back to that pretty soon. Sega Saturn rests above that. That's not plugged in right now. I still don't have many games for it. In fact, the only game I have managed to obtain for the Sega Saturn since my last video was, I'll show you real quick, this, the Daytona USA Circuit Edition. I'll get to what's behind here in a sec, don't you worry. This is the Dreamcast. It's resting under a napkin I got from a cafe a while ago, because I don't really use it that much. In fact, not as much as I'd like to anyway. Just saves getting dust on it, really. And also, while my Sega Saturn collection might be pretty small and pitiful, my Dreamcast collection is relatively larger and flourishing, whichever way you look at it. Flourishing with this in a collection is questionable at best, but games, I should probably talk about that. Sega GT. I'd like to play through most of these games, by the way, on the channel, presuming that there isn't a better PC version that exists of these already. Crazy Taxi, that's another good one for the Dreamcast. It's one of the best ports for Crazy Taxi, actually. I personally played the PS2 one as a kid, but let's not go into that. I get sidetracked a lot. I just realized that. Anyway, Revolt. I want to play through this on the PC in the future. Really want to play through this on the PC. This is the best console port, if you're looking to get one. It's on the Dreamcast. Same with Sega GT as well. I'm looking to play through that on the PC at some point in the future. Hang on, I've got a fucking, holy shit, this is dusty. I haven't been back here in ages. Okay, I won't pull all these out, but I'm burping again. Ugh. Sorry about the shitty camera, but it's best as I can do. Oh my god, that is really actually dusty. This is a game that I am going to play through in the future. Far future, but the future nonetheless. It's Tokyo Highway Challenge, also known as Tokyo Extreme Racer in North America. Really like this game. It doesn't support fuck, what was it called? Like D-terminal? No, not D-terminal output. VGA output, that was it. VGA output of the Dreamcast, since you can get better footage through that way. It obviously it's more in depth than that, but honestly I don't care to explain right now. I'm kind of tired actually, but this is the only time I'm going to do this, so yeah. PS4 obviously is here. I bought these PlayStation Move controllers not long ago actually, because Borderlands 2 VR came out, and that's pretty good. Nothing I wouldn't play over the regular Borderlands 2 though, but it's a good novelty nonetheless. I definitely want to finish at least one playthrough of it before I move on. Well, I'll get to... I'm jumping ahead of myself here. This PS3 controller, same PS3 I've had since 2011, as I probably would have said last video, I'm sure, but yeah, PS2 goes up here now. Gotta get ready to record Gran Turismo 3, it's that time again. Or maybe in the future, but don't know if it'll be the time when this goes up. Sure, I don't know, I can't predict the future. Just to give you an idea of when I'm recording this, it's what's the 12:01 AM. Can you see that? December 31st, 2018. How about that? It's New Year's Eve. That's a thing. Anyway, got a headset stand for Christmas. Also got a much better headset since last. Oh, actually, I think did I have this last video? I'm pretty sure I did, but I might not have. I don't know. I don't remember these things. It's A20s, Astro A20s. They're much better than all the other Turtle Beaches I had in the past. I've had 3 Turtle Beach headsets in the past, and they've all broken the same way. These plastic bits on the end, really flimsy. They don't fit my fat ass head. 360, again, haven't used that in a while. My controller, my Xbox controller's under there for this. Just put all this shit over it to keep the dust out of the vents and also off the controller, but yeah, that's it. I should probably pick this back up and put it back before I forget it's there. Bought a PlayStation VR a while ago, start of the year, haven't really used it that much. It's great for Dirt Rally, and great for what VR things you can get out of GT Sport, but it's still good. Still good. Also, Borderlands 2 VR made me use this a bit as well, so yeah, well there's that, but staying on the topic of VR headsets actually, before I move on to all this, don't mind all this parent stuff, there's a base station up there, and a base station up there, and there's 2 Vive controllers. Coming from this, you might probably assume that I have a Vive, and answer is, this is my brother's PC, by the way. This is all his shit. Not the Switch. We went halves on that, but hopefully you can see that. That is a Vive down there. That's an HTC Vive. That shouldn't actually be stood up like that. It should be facing up this way to keep the dust off the lens. Yeah, that's good. Playing Serious Sam, it's really fun. He gets a lot more use out of it than I do anyways, which is funny considering I paid for most of it, but let's not mind that. God, really need to stop burping. I apologize. This Quake Scale Beer Edition and Wolfenstein 2 Collector's Editions. I got these for $20 each at Armageddon this year. Honestly, I paid $20 for a free-to-play game. But it looks nice and I like Quake, so... And same with Wolfenstein actually, they're both... well, I know Wolfenstein 3D is a good game. I've redeemed this on my Steam, but I haven't actually played it yet. Funny that. The first Quake's obviously very good, and Quake Champions is also, it's alright. It's a good arena shooter, but it's not... Fuck, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, box for the 3DS XL, my SNES 3DS XL. Same with my Mini, and same with my NES Mini, which I didn't have last time. I got that just recently actually, because they announced, I can't remember when they announced it, but they announced that by the end of this year, they're not going to do them anymore, they're not going to make them, so I thought I'd get ahead of the curve. All my 3DS games here, got this actually just today. It's alright, I'm having fun with it. Gets me to play my 3DS anyway, because I haven't picked up that thing in ages. But anyway, onto the exciting stuff, onto the next shelf down. This is PS2 stuff, as most of you know. And also, as maybe one or two of you know, I collect rare Gran Turismo demos, which I will also get to for you newcomers in this video. That's what's under the bandana down there. But it was pretty slow this year. I didn't really pick up a lot of Gran Turismo demo stuff this year, but except this. This is a online test version of Gran Turismo 4 that was given out to random GranTurismo.com members that were in Japan or Korea. Correct me if I'm wrong, but apparently only 800 or around 800 of these exist at the moment, as far as I'm aware. And this cost me around 130 bucks to get off somewhere. But yeah, I'm cutting a lot of stuff. I'm trying to cut a lot of stuff out for the sake of briefly, brain fart. I'm trying to explain stuff so it doesn't take fucking 20 years to get through this. That's what I'm trying to say. PS1 games here. Cannot wait for Nitro Fuel to come out in June next year. Oh god. See, unlike all these other remasters that come out nowadays, CTR is the one I actually played as a kid. I beat it a few times actually. It's really great. I also completed Spyro 3 and also Nitro Fuel. No, Reignited Trilogy's down there. That's pretty good. I like that. Got a bit of having fun with it. Don't know how many of these I showed off in my last video, but here it is for future reference. Can't really be bothered to go through and explain all these. These are my prized collection of Gran Turismos, by the way. All of these you will be seeing a playthrough of on the channel. Maybe PSP would be doubtful, but all of these you should see at some point. Anyway, that's my bases covered there. Let me just I won't bother about all this shit. It's just 3DS cards, spare memory cards for PS2s, and this is a VMU cover for the Dreamcast. But This is what is going to make my PS2 footage 100 infinite times better. It's a Framemeister. I paid $500 fucking for this, and god damn it, I am going to get use out of it. This makes PS2 footage so much better. It's hard to describe actually how good it is. It's god, it's worth the money. But sadly, they're not making these anymore. But they're selling them on eBay, as far as I'm aware, at the time of this video, anyway. So, if you're serious about PS2 recordings or any recordings in general, it doesn't have to be just PS2. It can be, it could be Dreamcast for all, or Saturn even for all you want. There are ways to hook them up. They're each separate ways they hook up to this thing. But yeah, they hook up. Just look up videos. Just search like Framemeister insert console into YouTube, you'll find something. You'll see what I mean anyway. Game Boy Color's back there. Just finished Red today, actually. Pokemon Red, of course, I mean. I don't know how that relates, but yeah, these are all my non-racing games down here, is what I put back here. It's worth noting, I bought Sonic Mania Plus just for the cover alone. Just because it looks so shiny and iridescent and beautiful. Looks good on a shelf, even though it's back here. It's doomed to be behind all this AAA garbage. These are all my racing games down here. Well, I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're all haven't looked over here in ages, which is why I sound really exasperated all the time. That, and I'm not used to talking in long stints, especially when I'm by myself in a room. This is the box that came with the Framemeister, and also, since the last video, I've obtained all the Need for Speed you can get on PS3, which is good, I guess. I mean, if you're me. More games, and if I'm gonna play through any of these, just for future reference, yeah, if I'm gonna play through all of these, they're gonna be the PC versions, if I can get them working, but that won't be until very, very far in the future, because when I start playing games that were made less than, or maybe a bit over 10 years ago is when I'm gonna be really sucked dry in terms of stuff I want to make, because I want to stick to old stuff, because that's the stuff that's lacking on YouTube right now. Anyway, moving on to the last and final shelf. Gotta crouch down for this. This is where I keep all my expensive stuff, basically. All my these are some more non-racing PS3 games I have down here that I can't keep up there because I've fucking run out of room, and I can't get any more room because of space issues. But already played through Sega Rally in the past, obviously. Don't know why I'm telling you all this. I've already shown you all my Saturn games. Doesn't matter. For those of you who know your Gran Turismo trivia, I'm assuming some of you will know what this is. And every time I do one of these setup videos, presumably in the future, I'm not going to shut up about this because I'm so damn proud of being able to own one of these. It's Gran Turismo 2000. It's the first publicly released demo of GT3, and only 50 of them are known to exist. And I have one of them, which is nice. Also, BMW 1 Series Virtual Drive Disc, I got that for a grand total of, I think, $1 or $2 on eBay. I'm not even joking. It was years ago, but I got it nonetheless. It's a shame I can't show these to you in a better light. I'm not having it be so fucking dark all the time, but it's just what I can do, because I can't really be fucked taking those out. Already shown you all of these games in my last setup video, so refer to that, basically, is what I'm saying, if you really want to see those that bad, because you're not going to get much else here, because I already explained them. But, explain what they are, I should say, but yeah. All stuff down here, Xbox games, these haven't changed. Neither of these. So yeah. Oh yeah, also there's my wheel there, but I showed that off in the last video as well, so that's pretty much it. That is my total setup tour that's gone on for, well, this segment's gone on at least for nearly 17 minutes and 30 seconds, so I should probably cut this off before I start, I'm already running out of things to say here, both in the sensical and nonsensical realm, so yeah, that's it. That's setup video 2019, because I'm recording this in 2018 obviously, but 2019 is when it's going to come out, unfortunately, so yeah, that's it. Setup shit, that's all done. Expect more playthroughs coming in the future. 2019 can only mean great things for us. I got all this to do, all this fucking exciting times ahead. Anyways, goodbye, good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, go fuck yourself wherever you are. Good night, everybody. Bye.